Good morning, crafty friends. Welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Amjour, and today I'm going to continue in my July signature. I have a lot of stuff yet to do, a lot of stuff to get glued in, and then once I get everything glued in, I'll go back and finish up the journaling. But let's see, I enjoyed putting this page together. I don't think I did this on camera, but this was our trip to the beach. And again, this is Reader's Digest size, 1 page per day. So anytime I have a lot of things to put in, I always have to do a tip in. But I just love the way it turned out. And then a couple of the shells from the beach. Thought that was really cute. But I think that was the last page I did kind of off camera. So I am about right here. I'm going to zoom out some. There we go. So you can see a little bit better. And just get stuff glued down. I have my Post-its, I think, stuck in here. And then because this started getting really chunky, I ended up going back to do this, just kind of clipping the day's kind of ephemera pieces that I collected, clipping them together. I think this is the only day I had to do it with left. I had, like, yesterday, or this day, I had so much I ended up having to clip it together because I couldn't even work on these pages without them getting in the way. So, all right, just gonna get into it so I can get some stuff done. So this page, I actually had a pocket already built in, which is gonna work out because I think this day I still have a bunch of stuff to do or to add to the page. And the cats are from my daughter's house. But this day we actually left, and I stopped at a kind of a resale shop on the way home. We stopped and did some shopping on our way home. So we went to Bath and Body Works, and then that resale shop on the way home. It was fun. So I think my daughter has 2 cats, and she is adopting a 3rd cat. I love cats. I've had a cat all my life, but I am allergic to cats, so I can't have a cat. So when I go down there, I enjoy being around her cats. And I was disappointed. She was supposed to get the kitten on Saturday, but she couldn't. And then she did get the kitten Sunday, but it was after I had to leave, so I didn't get to meet the cute little kitten. So this is going to be my journaling spot. And I had these 3. These are Post-it notes. They're cute. Have you ever just bought some stationery that you don't really need, but you just kind of wanted it? Let me see if I can find it real quick. It came like this. They're little Post-it notes, memo tabbies. So I don't need those at all, but I thought they were cute. And there's another story about a cat the next day. We'll keep with the cats. I took my dog, Scruffy, to the vet to get his nails clipped. And they're also a cat shelter. And they had 2 little kittens in there. And the one kitten, I wanted to bring him home so badly. He reminded me of the last cat I had. Before I found out I was allergic to cats, I had a tabby, and he was so much fun. I enjoy talking about him. He was the messiest cat I've ever had. He used to eat with his paws, and then he'd scoop up his food, eat it out of his paw, and then flick his paw. And so the wall where his food dish was always stayed filthy. And even though that aggravated me at the time, it's something I kind of chuckle about now. So this pocket was a little bit too tall, so I just folded it over, and I was going to kind of cut it off, but I think I'm going to keep it like that just to give it a nice little edge here. So I'm going to glue that down. I don't know if you can see me gluing it down because I've got so much stuff on my desk. But there. Now that's glued down. And then, since this is a white page, I just wanted to do a background. I don't know why. This is a magazine image. I had pulled a bunch of magazine pages out to do this kind of collage piece here. I still have some stuff I want to glue down. And for a background, so this is lemons. It's all magazines. And so this was left. Make sure that gets back in there. This page was left from what I'd pulled out. So I thought, well, let me just stick it here. Really no particular reason why, other than have some other things over to the side that really won't work. I also have this piece. Let's see. This is a card. I don't have pictures for this day, so I don't really need a tip-in. And we weren't at the beach. I think I'm going to pass on that. And I also have this. Ooh. And this is that printable, which is, I mentioned it last time I recorded, AJ's Inspired Life, her item of the month. And this printable was one of the free printables by Recreations by Brooke. I think I'm using this because kind of when I drive, this actually makes sense. When I drive, I do a lot of thinking, and I put that in air quotes because it's just, you think throughout the day. There's things that pop into your mind throughout the day, but when I'm driving, it's like I form ideas or get new ideas on, that's going to leave a little gap right there. I'm still going to do it because I like it. So I just kind of had some new ideas on things I could do to put into my Etsy shop, journaling ideas. I'm thinking about what to do here for next year. So renew your dreams kind of fits for this day. Let's see. The tricky part is trying to get this in here. Oh, I actually think I got it the first try. So that fits for this day because it takes at least 4 hours to get to my daughter. And of course we stopped at a couple places along the way, so it took even longer. So it just fits, and isn't that pretty? How about that? Now what can I do here? I wanted to remember this place, so I grabbed one of their business cards. I also have this. Now that's not going to work, is it? Just kind of messing around here. And I've had to re-pick these numbers up several times. I kept the last few pages. Here I am doing it again. And there. So I'm going to put this down. It'll take up, well, that's actually the seam where I have to sew in. Okay. I can't go any further than that. Have my coffee to the side. And I will glue this down as a journaling spot. So the kitten she got was a little black and white kitten. He has, let me see if I can remember. He has some white markings on his face, I believe, and 4 little white paws. And yeah, just cuteness, cuteness, cuteness. If you're a cat lover, which I am. My granddaughter had a cat follow her home the other day, and I thought, well, we could just have an outside cat. But, and we live in a neighborhood, but cats will not be contained. They kind of do their own thing. I think that's what I like the most about them. And so, yes, it would stay here for sure because we would be the ones feeding it. But even though we're in the neighborhood, we do, to get into our neighborhood, there is a busy road. And that would not suit me to come home and find the cat had come to its demise on the road. So that's just not going to work for me. Tilt this so I can cut this. There. I really like that as a background. And I wonder if I can just it would be kind of silly to put something there because it's truly, that is right where the crease is. If I put it there, I'm just going to kind of rip this off and I just want to see if it even helps. Where is the crease? Right there. I mean, it won't hurt to have this down, so I'm going to do that. I like this silicone mat. I do normally use book pages, which I have a stack of book pages off to my side that I can then just throw away, because even this, until it dries, there's a sticky residue on it that honestly it just rubs right off once it's dry. But until that time, if I go and stick something back down on it, I'm sticking it right into glue. And magazines don't do well like that. Okay. So that worked pretty good. And then it just kind of helps take up that space. All right, so now this, I need to glue down the sides to continue making that pocket. I have this thin tip, but I am just not good at making sure the glue stays on the edges. Let's see, it's going to seep out some. Take my ugly rag and wipe some of that glue off. And just make sure it's still going to be a pocket. There we go. Perfect. Now, where did I put those 3 cats? Ah, here they are. That's 2. I wonder if I should... Let's see, she got this one first, kind of a little tabby, next, and then this one. I think I'm just going to write their names on there. I'm just playing around with some things. These are free bows you can get when you purchase from Bath and Body Works. I didn't want to stick to that. And I always buy those wallflowers, the plug-in scents. I don't even know if it makes sense to keep it. I have 2 of these. I'm going to untie this. Or maybe I'm not. Wow, they have it tied pretty good. But it's going to come undone. Okay. Now, I can just do, yeah, that's going to make a little more sense. Just do like a pull, a tab on a journal spot, or journal card, I should say. So, now I need a journal card. Here's one. I don't know, I like that, but I keep saving it for something. I don't know what I'm saving it for, but I am. That doesn't go. That could go, but we didn't go to the beach that day. Sometimes this is the hardest part, and I put too much thought into it. I always do. I should just grab a few things. That's kind of cool. And again, this is a good, this is a greeting card, and it's blank inside, so these make really good tip-ins. But this color I'm just thinking out loud. I won't use this color the rest of the year. And next year, I already know for sure my book is going to be bigger. I just can't handle this size. It's a little too small for me anyway. That might work. This might work. Okay. It's just a thin piece of paper though. I've used this before as a background. I like that. So I will save these for another day. Okay. The only thing, like I said, I wonder if I need a tip in later on. Probably. I'm just gonna, for now, I'll stick it back in this bucket. It's not a bucket, it's just a container holding all this stuff I want to use. I think some other journalers call it a capsule, I think. But you just kind of stick in. That's going to look cute with the tabbies sticking out from here. Okay, I have an idea now. I am going to double this up. No, I can't, because then I can't draw. Oh, let's see. I can write on the back of that. Why not? Yep. Okay, see, that's dry now. Yep. So I'm just going to glue this together, and that'll kind of reinforce it a little bit. Okay. Wonder. Oh no, I wanted to show the names. Okay. The names of the kitties. Okay. Still kind of thinking about this. I think I'm just gonna like staple it in somewhere. We all know what this stuff is if you're a Bath and Body Works shopper. And if this doesn't look right, I have more, but I want to turn it like that. And let's look at what's on the back side. I can staple it about right here. Why not? I better put 2 staples in that. I think I'm out of staples. Yep. Okay, so 1 staple. Now, then have this. and this and the card. And I'm going to glue the cat Post-its so they just stick up a little bit. Well, probably a lot of it, because they're kind of flimsy too. Ooh, I got a big chunk of glue right there. Hang on. Put this one here. Need that rag now. There, that's one. And I wanted to do it on this. This is going to be two. There's that chunk of glue here. That's two. And now here would be the third one. Okay. I think I'll put it off to the side. There's that, there's one. Two. Three. That's kind of cute. And I'll come back and write their names on that. All right. And I'm not hanging on to this kind of stuff because the next time I go to Bath & Body Works, I'll have more. So, and next time I might use that type. Okay, so that's that page. I'm going to leave these in here because I'll still have to go back and do my journaling. All right. I think that was the last one I had clipped in. Yes, perfect. And let me just check one thing. The 17th is when I printed pictures too. Which is right here. I just want to make sure I remember that, so I don't keep going and think I don't have pictures. All right. I'm going to do something right here. That little gap is going to bug me. I am going to grab, I was going to grab crayons, but let's see about these. I haven't used these yet. I just want to fill that space in. It's going to get covered up when I sew this signature in, but I just want to cover it up because for right now, it's bugging me a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to use this Tim Holtz thing. And I'm just going to fill in this little space right here. And it'll show on this page when I get to it, wherever that is. But if that will be okay. There. And that gap won't bug me anymore. Except now my fingers are filthy, but that's okay. All right. Now remember, I don't have this sewn together at all yet. I will do that at the end of the month. So here is the center, and I have this elastic piece just kind of holding things together. Okay, yeah, now I don't see that gap. All right, so this, I took Scruffy to get his nails done. I do everything for him except that. I cut his nails one time, made it bleed, and I felt so bad. I just couldn't do it anymore. All right, so not much going on here. No pictures. So I'm gonna look for like some sort of journal spot. To move some things over. I'm still sipping on my coffee. Yesterday, I'll show you. Yesterday, I drove 2.5 hours to go to a kind of like a craft thrift store. And oh my goodness, it was so worth it. It truly was worth it. Let's see. That's an option. I would love to open a store like this, and it's kind of in the back of my mind right now to do that. I don't know that a list, this looks more like a list to me. Take this stuff and just make sure this all stays together for this day. Okay. That's one of my props. Okay. I just don't know. He can go right down here in the corner. It kind of matches that. I don't know. Anything else? No. I have all these pads that I picked up, I think from the dollar store, honestly. Oh, excuse me. We are in the middle of a heat wave, and the humidity kills me. It truly does. It's interesting. And even at night, it bothers me. Again, I'm lifting up one of these, the numbers. All right, but now I need some color. Putting this drawer back. And color. Just see, I've got all kinds of things in here for no reason. I had a bunch of stuff left on my desk. Well, here's some color. I won't be able to write on that. Oh, Lord, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just kind of playing around with trying to get some color onto this page. You still can't see because I have this box in the way. Okay. There we go. Well, if I move this to the center, put that on the center, that kind of, for no reason whatsoever, it gives me little spots to journal on. And let's just see if there's anything in here, anything else. Patience. No. But I will look through just a few stickers just to see. I'm not going to flip through stickers and stickers and stickers, but I have so many stickers. I need to use stickers. I mean, I just need to use them. All right, well, I can use... Okay, I found an option in here, but let me glue this stuff down. That's kind of like a cluster on its own. Okay. Have my coffee in the way. Okay. I think this will be the last page. I wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter today. And I have some things. I was gone all day yesterday, so I didn't get much done at the house, and it's Sunday now. So I have to get ready for the week because I still have to have a job. All right, that was going to go up there, and then this, I think I can put it right there. This can go down here. It's kind of a spot to journal. Okay. I want it in the center. Yep. Missed a corner. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to try to get ready for the week. And for no particular reason, this little cluster that I made a while ago, I'm going to put right there to add some more cluster. Add some more color. Put the cluster on to add color. Just to decorate up the page. Right there. Oh shoot, I forgot to, quickly. I forgot to glue this part down. Huh, lordy. Okay. I can do it. Perhaps I can't. Oh no. There, it's gonna work. Okay. This is, how journaling really goes. It's how it really goes down. You glue one thing down and find another and go, oh, I really wanted that there. And it's okay. Just lift it up. If it rips, put something else down. There. Just that. And I forgot I had lifted this up a little bit. And get that glued down. It's still kind of a plain background. I don't know if you can see, but this was a think I used the Easter egg dye to dye some papers, and it didn't really take very well, but then I used the Tim Holtz distress sprays, but not so much on this side. So I wonder, I'm going to add some more color again. Let's see, where are those? There they are. So there's plenty of colors in that. How about if I do like squiggles here? Okay. I have no idea if I'm using these things properly. And a squiggle here. And then I'm just trying to think about here. Let's see. There. Okay. Can get that in the package. I did like this yellow. So how about like some dots? Dots, 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 dots. Just to add some of that color back in. And I might come and do some journaling around that. So I'm not going to do the distress because they feel a little bit waxy. Of course, regular crayons are waxy too, but oh, brand new. Probably bought them for my granddaughter. And never used them. This is how I like to use crayons. It's probably the same thing as those Tim Holtz ones. I'm just peeling off some of the wrapper because I just want to use the side of the crayon. So I guess that just solidified that I'm not writing around. Okay. That's one way to give yourself a background, or correct a background, I should say. You know what would be cool? Is to do like a rubbing underneath there. I don't know that I have anything that I would want to do a rubbing of. Probably won't come out, but I'm gonna just give it a little outline. Oh, it's gonna work. Okay, there's one. Two, now we need threes. Where do I want the other one? Up here. Threes. Okay. if I can find like a purple. Let's kind of give that a center. Who knows? Okay, but it's better than the white background. Again, you've heard me say many times, I do this for therapeutic reasons. I am not an artist, but I do like that that is not a blank background. So, ooh, all that shoved everything over. Okay. I will continue to work in my July signature. I have several things still left to do for July. These are just some things I want to pop in. But I did want to show you, check the time, this store that I went to. Let me see if I can zoom you out just a little bit more. Sorry about that. I'm not going to go through every single piece, but this was so worth it. This is like a quilt that someone started to put together and never finished. So it ended up at this scrap exchange place. And what a cool journal cover this will make. Maybe next year in July. Look at, you can see someone did this by hand, but it's just perfect colors for a July journal. So I did get that, and where was the price tag? $2. I mean, and then I won't flip through this all, but I wanted some fall-ish color papers, and they sell paper scraps, literally, this is scraps, by the pound. So all together, and I'll show you just quickly, these are all 12 by 12 sheets, but they're not perfect. Some of you can see some of it's bent over, but who cares, right? And so all of these are full sheets with, well, this is not a full sheet, or is it? No, because it was a 12 by 12. So these are all fall colors, full 12 by 12 sheets, and with just some slight imperfections. Perfect for my journal, right? And then I got, oh my gosh, so much. I had these literally, and my granddaughter was bored. I could have spent hours there. I only spent an hour altogether, but I could have spent several more hours. So here, a whole pad of paper. Again, I was searching for fall colors. This was sold by the pound. Again, I spent a total of $5 for all of this stuff. I will go back and, yeah, I just will. Look at all this paper. This is, my granddaughter's going to be going into band, so I thought that was perfect. But I didn't even realize I had picked this one up. And then it's just a bunch of scraps. I just dug through looking for fall-ish colors. So this is all various sizes. Looked like somebody used this for a project, and this was what was left. We all have scraps like this, right? But I don't have a lot of fall-ish colors. This was in that paper bin. I don't know what this is, but I think I know. I think it's like a manila folder, and then some type of fabric glued down and kind of made to look aged. I thought that would make a great journal cover. So I picked that up. Again, I'm not flipping through all of this. Some of this I don't even know what it is. But in any case, oh, I didn't even see that. That's interesting. Wonder what that's for. Anybody know? If you know, it's like an acetate sheet. I've never seen that. This is Tim Holtz. There's tickets. And Tim Holtz, I know, is pretty expensive. I don't see a price on this. And then, I don't know. Wow, okay, so a whole stack of Florida orange. Very cute. I also want to pull my October, I'm a month ahead, my August prompts so that I can get a head start kind of thinking about what I need to do for August. So let's see. Stripped back. Oh, that'll be fun. Reflection. Use 3 stencils. You know, that's a good one for me because my stencils are kind of in a box under my cabinet. Adventure awaits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. One more. Split pins. Oh, or brads. Oh, okay. That won't be too hard. So here's the 5 journal prompts for August. I have nothing to put these against so you can see them better. So here they are. Adventure awaits. Stripped back. Reflection. Use 3 stencils. And split brads. Okay. All right, that's it. If you're following along, what will you do for these prompts? Lots of fun. I see lots of ideas for these where I struggled with July's. Okay, all right, I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye-bye.